After a legal battle that's lasted 2 years, an Antioch police officer was sentenced today in federal court for his role in the police department's texting scandal. ABC 7 News reporter Ansar Hassan was in court and has more.
Former Antioch police officer Murtaza Amiri was sentenced to 7 years in prison. He's one of the officers singled out in the Antioch Police Department's texting scandal.
Was justice served today?
To a degree. The judge went higher than the probation report by a couple years, which I thought was good.
Attorney Ben Nissenbaum was in court for the sentencing. He represents clients in civil cases which involve Officer Amiri. In March, Amiri was found guilty on 2 counts, 1 for violating a person's rights and 2 for falsifying police reports, but not charges related to the texting scandal. Amiri's lawyer called the verdict disappointing, but not unexpected.
Since his conviction in March, he's been in the Santa Clara County Jail, essentially in solitary confinement the whole time. So, Judge White just gave him 84 months. It's a long sentence, and it'll be a difficult time for sure.
Amiri addressed the court stating he was remorseful and is a changed man, having taken courses in counseling since his arrest. But the government stated in court today that Amiri chose, quote, a path to violently dehumanize citizens of Antioch, meant to hurt and punish people. Nissenbaum agrees.
He's a person who claims that he was led astray by the corruption of his own department, but yet he presented himself as a leader of that culture and a leader of the department. So it would seem that he might be one of the people responsible for leading Antioch Police Department astray.
A series of racist texts were uncovered by the FBI 2 years ago while investigating the Antioch Police Department. That led to 40% of the department's almost 110 police officers being put on paid leave. Amiri was specifically named in separate reports put out by the Contra Costa County District Attorney's Office. 2 other officers named in those reports are still to face trial.
Law enforcement is difficult, especially in the city of Antioch, where I think at that time and now it's a very high crime rate city.
In Oakland, Ansar Hassan, ABC 7 News.
It's shocking. It renders one speechless.
Defense attorney Carmela Caramagno says she's shocked, saddened, and outraged at the text messages 17 Antioch police officers exchanged with one another while investigating her client and 3 other defendants. We obtained 14 pages of the text in which officers express excitement about shooting rubber bullets in the days leading up to the takedown of 4 murder suspects. Bro, I can't wait to 40 all of them, says one, referring to firing less lethal ammunition. During the stakeout of the suspects, Officer Eric Rumbaugh texted, so many black people. Officer Jonathan Adams replied, bro, they all look the same. Rumbaugh responded, tell me about it. I feel like I'm at the zoo. In another exchange, as the officers observed the suspects eating, Rumbaugh texted, I bet it's chicken. Adams replied, could be ribs. Rumbaugh texted back, for sure watermelon and Kool-Aid. After the arrest, officers shared photos of 2 of the suspects' injuries, photos taken of them in the hospital. I field goal kicked his head, texted Rumbaugh. I tried to knock him unconscious, and he got muzzle thumped 6 times before he gave us his hands. An unnamed person texted back, glad you're having fun, babe.
The behavior of the officers is indescribable. Laughing about injuring them, planning to injure them, taking pictures of my client's naked body as he lay in a hospital bed after they did injure him.
One of the officers even texted a photo of a football referee. Officer Rumbaugh texted, bro, my foot hurts, LOL. Officer Adams responded, did you kick the guy? Rumbaugh replied, yep, like a effing field goal. The aunt of one of the suspects targeted in the text says this kind of behavior has been swept under the rug for far too long.
For the officers, you don't go around doing dirty and think that dirt can't come back your way.
Clearly, none of them belong in law enforcement. None of them should have that kind of power over another human being because they lacked the basic humanity that one would expect of a stranger on the street, let alone, a law enforcement officer. So do I think it's appropriate to dismiss this case against these young men under these circumstances? Yes.
In Contra Costa County, Jody Hernandez, NBC Bay Area News.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.
We're following tonight as more racist text messages surface, allegedly from officers in the Antioch Police Department. Contra Costa public defenders now want all cases involving the Antioch Police Department to be dismissed.
KRON 4's Hazik Madioun tells us what it means for the investigation.
A second batch of explicit text messages exchanged between Antioch police officers was released Monday by the Contra Costa District Attorney's Office. These 14 pages contain alleged texts sent between 10 officers talking about suspects in a murder case in Contra Costa County. The graphic nature of the text and images limits what can be shown. Here's an exchange from March 25, 2021. Officer Rumbo text, "I hate these idiots." Officer Adams replies, "The cops," or the N-words. Regarding the hospitalization of one of the suspects, Officer Marcotte text, "The nurse saw me smiling when he was making noises in pain and she started laughing." Officer Rumbo replied, "LMAO, what a B-word." Later that day, Officer Rumbo sent, "Yeah, 40 deployment," 40 meaning a less than lethal projectile was used, and derogatory word for a member of the LGBTQ community, got his expletive whoop.
So the public simply cannot have faith or confidence in the police work of the Antioch Police Department.
Contra Costa County Public Defender Ellen McDonald is now calling for the dismissal of all past and present cases involving over 24 officers who have been named in the text message scandal.
At this point, approximately 40% of the Antioch police officers are on these text chains that date back over years. No one should be charged with a crime based on the report of a police department that's so deeply riddled with corruption and with racism.
However, San Jose State University criminal studies professor Greg Wood says the murder suspects the officers were sending racist text about may in fact be guilty of murder.
Absolutely, which goes back to the very essence of what it is that the people of Antioch are willing to accept. If we tolerate racial animus and bigotry, at least displayed in the discretion of those very officers who are asked to enforce law within the city of Antioch, what is the ultimate conclusion as to whether or not it will jeopardize the very investigations that they're connected to, thus compromising their commitment to the people of Antioch?
Public Defender Ellen McDonald says until a decision is reached about dismissing cases, no more should be filed.
We need there to be a cease in filing from any cases coming from the Antioch Police Department.
District Attorney Diana Beckton released a statement that reads in part, quote, "The Contra Costa District Attorney's Office is working to identify cases that are potentially compromised by the text messages. Once we've identified those cases and any overlapping conflicts, we will initiate a detailed review process for potential dismissal, resentencing, or the preservation of convictions." Hazik Madioun, KRON 4 News.
Trailhand Bill reporting live from South Florida on this very early Wednesday morning, 10:04. I hope it is beautiful and peaceful where you're at, man. Serene. Safe to say, my man, that last consultant dude, where he's from, some university or something, is thinking with his entire brain. I'm glad he pointed that out, because when I say my mind works differently, those are the type of thoughts I have that most people, because you can see, like, it's so many videos. I played 3 for a reason on this topic. Nobody mentioned this but him. What if these gentlemen and or ladies attached to these alleged crimes, murders, rest in peace to those who lost their lives or were victimized, what if they actually are guilty? Now you compromise the cases and the safety of that entire community while your ass out here parading around like a hero. So I'm glad he mentioned that. I'm also glad that the journalist brought up this coward-ass nurse seeing this coward-ass cop laughing at this innocent person in pain that they had just terrorized. And then this bitch gonna laugh too. This is why I do not be cutting women the slack that society cuts them just because they have vagina. These hoes be barbaric too. They be animalistic too, and I do not get fooled by their gender or their soft pedaled presentation. That shit pissed me off. And it also reminded me why I don't be trusting people. You guys know, if you watch my channel, I was recently in a car accident, so I've been visiting a lot of doctors and stuff, and they all come in nice and, you know, appropriate. That's how people present. I don't play socially appropriate games. I'm gonna be me, and this is why. I bet you that bitch was smiling at that gentleman when he came to light. Hey, is there anything we can get you? And treating him like you're supposed to treat humans, but behind the scenes, your ass acting like a damn untamed animal. And that's the type of shit I'm talking about. You just like these Johnnies. You are no different, just like a lot of Americans. Now, I want to speak to, and I don't hate to keep bringing this up, but I do hate to keep beating a dead horse, because some people still live under a rock. Everything isn't about one particular thing, but sometimes things are zeroed in and generalized. I'm not generalized. They're very specific. And so when I hear these cowards, they're specifically talking about watermelon and chicken and niggers and all of this stuff right here. But we supposed to live under this rock where racism doesn't exist. And they particularly, what you got with, I don't think they mentioned, if you read the print article, they also had a lot of derogatory things to say about the LGBT community and women too. But we're supposed to pretend these things don't exist, because the conversation makes certain people uncomfortable, because it is their demographic of people that are guilty of these heinous and inhumane acts. And for some damn reason, they feel a connection to these people, so they have to defend them. It's like cops. When cops do stupid shit, instead of cops calling them out, they start defending them. Why are you attaching your damn self to their bullshit actions? Why don't you say, we might be the same race, we might be the same gender, we might be from the same state, we might live in the same neighborhood, we might drive the same car, our children might go to the same schools and play on the same teams, but I'm nothing like those motherfuckers. There's a popular figure in the black community right now. His name is Charleston White. A lot of you might not know him, never heard of the name, but a lot of black people champion this coward. A lot of black people champion the Black Lives Matter movement. A lot of black people champion Barack Obama. I'm black as hell. I never championed any of them, because that similarity don't mean we are the same people at all, and I don't feel the need to defend their bullshit or act like their bullshit doesn't exist because we have a similarity in race. If these niggas is out here saying niggers, who are they talking about? If they making watermelon jokes and chicken jokes, if the shit ain't racism, what is it? If black people specifically, if women specifically, if LGBT people specifically should not be worried when these coward-ass cops are around, then who should? I'm not blind to the fact that we're all Negroes now, but it is for the very same reason that y'all dodge these conversations, because you don't want to deal with particular bullshit because it doesn't affect you. You would rather pretend it don't exist. And that's how we all got to be Negroes now. That's why you got cops who don't give a damn about citizens, not just Negroes anymore, but there are particular cops that target particular demographics. Man, I'm Trailhand Bill. This shit pissed me off so bad. I don't got nothing else to say. Y'all already watched 9 minutes of Johnnies explaining who they are. You've already watched 9 minutes of the American government sending them home on paid vacation on our dollar. They did not fire these coward-ass cops. I don't know what the culmination of this situation was, because I just haphazardly came upon these damn videos. I'm like, man, what the fuck? So I don't know. Maybe I'll look more into it. Maybe you guys can tell me. But up until this point in the story, they did not fire them. They sent them 40% of them, if I remember correctly, home on paid vacations. That's your tax dollars. Even you niggers, even you LGBT people, and even you women. You paid for this. This is what we get in America. Thank God that the story is not over yet, because unfortunately for these coward motherfuckers, this isn't how it ends. I apologize for my uncensored speech in this video. Obviously, this upset me. Thank you if you made it this far. If you liked the video, feel free to hit that thumbs up button. I greatly appreciate it. If you care to go a little further than that, maybe even subscribe, hit the notification bell. Check out a few of the other videos on the channel. Either way, y'all be safe.